Hey, it's Alexian, and this is your 1 minute inspiration. Over the years, I've counseled a lot of people spiritually about relationships. Whether they're unhappy in the one that they're in or they're still looking for that perfect mate. So I thought I'd talk about that a little bit today. So let me share my screen and I'll explain my outlook about relationships. First of all, you're here. You're a person, you're a whole person, you have hopes, you have dreams, you have hobbies, you're going about your life, but you're lonely and you're looking for a second person. When that second person comes in, they take up space in your life, so there's an adjustment that happens. So you're person A, and then comes person B. Now, one of the things I'll say right away is I hate it when people say, I'd like to introduce you to my other half. No, they're not your other half. Half means half a person and also insinuates codependency. When people depend upon each other that much, it's called codependency and it's unhealthy. So instead, you want to be in a relationship which is shared in the middle, which means that you as a person are a whole person. You have your own hopes, dreams, and goals and hobbies that you do by yourself without your partner or husband or wife or significant other. They, in fact, also are a complete person in themselves, and they do their own thing as well. Then you come together and you spend time together throughout life, and this is called the relationship. This is shared time, shared friends. Each person should have their own independent friends as well as shared friends. This is a healthy relationship. Now, just to dig a little bit deeper real quick, the other thing I like to say is you have to connect on 3 levels. You have to connect physically, mentally, and spiritually, right? So physically, well, that's obvious. When you first meet somebody, you're usually physically attracted to them. We're talking about sex here. And that's very important, especially in the beginning of a relationship when you're getting to know each other. If there's no chemistry, there's no chemistry. It's the end of the story. Second, you have to connect mentally. This is really important because this is your plans for life. You want to have the same hopes and dreams and goals that are heading at least in the same general direction, right? If they're going in different directions and one, for example, job requires you to live on the East Coast while the other person's job requires you to live on the West Coast, now you're in a long distance relationship, and those are very difficult to maintain, right? Not impossible, but more difficult. And thirdly, of course, is spirituality. Now, we're talking about religion or no religion, atheist, that works too, but basically an outlook spiritually, like in a spiritual realm. How do you connect? Do you worship together? Do you believe in the same things spiritually and religious-wise? That also helps to create a fundamentally stable relationship. Now, it's not impossible to have a long-term happy relationship with one of these 3 things lacking. However, it's going to be more work, right? So I like to say, especially to people who are still single, don't settle for someone who doesn't connect on all 3 levels. The right person is out there for you, but you just have to keep looking, which brings me to my last point. You need to look. You need to actively participate in your search for a mate. They are not going to fall on your lap or ring your doorbell one day. However, magically speaking, that can happen. But, intent, positive thinking, and even some spell work can do miracles, right? So this is my outlook, general overview about relationships. Remember, you're not 2 halves of the same coin. You are 2 separate people coming together to share life. This makes a happy and healthy relationship. Don't forget to hit those likes, subscribe, and ring my bell, and I will see you next time. Have a great week.